Page 45, March of the Comedians. They're doing an accompaniment analysis pattern, or a pattern analysis at the top. If you're going to be improvising these different patterns you're seeing in this book for the left hand on these pieces, good to know because you can use these in your improvising. You know, basically this piece has one flat in the key signature. It happens to be in F major, right? So all the B's are flat, and the chords then are pretty much the primary chords for F major. You got the one chord at the beginning. The third measure you hear, believe it or not, that's 5 chord for F major. They just didn't put the 7th on it, so it's not a 5/7, it's a 5. We want the 7th, we got to add the B flat. That's a 5/7. But now it's 5 chord, back to the 1 chord, you get those two. That's really all the chords you're using in this piece, is the 1 and the 5 chord. Now, we'll talk about the right hand just a little bit. At the beginning, let's take a look at this. The first measure is the octaves. You got an F and an F, so you reach your hand out, connect them. Now, second measure. The first quarter note is staccato with the second finger, and immediately put your fourth finger for the 8th notes. Third measure, the first note is staccato, and then put your fourth finger on it for the rest of it. Okay. Second line is similar to the first, except the last measure is a little different, but it's fine. Fingering wise, you'll get it. Third line is similar to the first two lines except for the last measure, but the last measure is not a problem. And the last line is similar to the second line, sort of. Except for the last measure, you blah, 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 you've heard it all before, okay. This is not that bad. Now they are suggesting a fingering in the left hand to go ahead and use the fourth finger on the F's because you're using fifth finger on the E's. So you could do that. It's very common. Don't have to. You can put fifth finger on. It's up to you. I'll leave that up to you. Sometimes I use fifth, sometimes I use fourth. Who knows? The only real tricky thing here for me, maybe for you, is the third line and the second measure. You have staccatos in the right hand, but not in the left hand. And it's hard for me to do that, to do staccato in one hand and not the other. So hopefully you'll be better at it than I am, but do what you can with it. Just the left hand is somehow. Let's try it out. 4/4 time, or common time. Let's give us 4 counts and we'll do this. Here, put your hands where they go. All right. 1, 2, ready, go.